Hello again, it's just Patrick here coming in from Complete Health, just giving you some more advice on ways that you can stay healthy on a day-to-day basis. So I wanted to talk about a thing that we would find in our diet that can actually really help with so many different issues. And this is omega-3. Now, most people have heard of omega-3 or heard of omega oils, but actually omega-3 isn't the only one. You've actually got omega-6 and 9 as well. And what we know about our omega oils is they are very, 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 very beneficial for a number of reasons. And actually on this video, what I've done is I've actually listed some of the reasons or some of the things that you can see benefit if you're taking regular volumes of omega-3. Now, you can find omega-3 in your diet, but there are some other ways that we can obviously get omega-3 in as well. And I'm actually going to discuss some of those ways today. Now, let's just look at some of the benefits of omega-3 and how they can actually start to help you. Now, what we know is omega-3 is a fat. It comes mainly in the form of fish. And the reason why it comes in fish is actually what we know about omega-3. It is developed in algae or seaweed. And then the fish eats the algae and seaweed, and as a result, it stores it normally majorly in its or around its liver. And that is why obviously stuff like cod liver oils and fish oils are so high in omega-3, because essentially the fish has eaten the algae, it's metabolized it very well, which makes it very easily digestible for human consumption, which is why obviously a lot of people will recommend a lot of fish. Now, that being said, if you're eating fish that has not eaten any seaweed or algae, guess what? No omega-3. None. Zilch. Zero. So the reality of it is that actually our body is very good at metabolizing and taking the omega-3 from fish. However, you have to make sure you're getting fish from a source where there's actually going to be omega-3. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of the benefits of omega-3. So omega-3, it's been linked to reduced risks of depression. It's been linked to improved brain function. And due to its effect on brain function, we've actually started to see that actually it can start to help kids that struggle with stuff like ADHD and concentration issues at school perform better. It almost helps with their concentration. Now, some of the other things that we've started to see is that actually it can start to benefit people with inflammatory conditions. So stuff like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis or general inflammation and joint pains all can benefit from omega-3 uses. So, I mean, let's look at it. It's something very simple. But when we look at omega oils, like I said, we've got 6, 9. Now, these are our two oils that are quite normally typically found in other oils, e.g. Stuff like your vegetable oils or the fats that you might find in meats and other areas where you're going to get fats. And as a result, these ones are typically very rarely deficient in our diet. It's actually almost always the omega-3. Now, when we look at omega-3 versus 6 and 9, the ratios of how much oils we should be getting should be in a ratio of 1:4. So we should be getting 1 omega-3 oil to every 4 6 and 9. Now, the typical British and American diet is somewhere between a ratio of 1:20 to 1:25. Now, as a result, what we're starting to see is an increased level of certain bad fats in people's blood, e.g. the cholesterols that we start to see. And this can start to have a huge impact on a number of different areas, including inflammation, arteriosclerosis, so clotting of the arteries. We can start to see huge changes. Now, the other thing that we know for omega-3 oils is they help to insulate using the fats to surround our nerve cells. So again, it really helps with that proper transmission of nerve function. So a few ways that you can start to increase the amounts of omega-3 in your diet. Simple, eat more fish. Now, it seems straightforward. However, you also want to take consideration of where your fish is coming from. If your fish, e.g. stuff like salmon or tuna, are being farmed as opposed to caught, the likelihood is they've never eaten any algae in their life, and as a result, they're going to be very low in actual omega-3s. So you're just essentially doing the same thing as captive animals. They're not going to produce you with the quantity that you need. Other ways that you can get omega-3s is through certain seeds, namely chia seeds, flax seeds. You can also get it in avocado, walnuts, almonds, and other nuts. Now, what we know about the omega-3 from these sources is they're not actually as well absorbed. So you have to eat almost twice as much in order to actually get the same levels of benefits. So if you're getting a gram of omega-3 from seeds, you will actually only be really absorbing about half of that. Some other ways that you can obviously get omega-3, really easy. Supplementation. Now, this is probably the easiest way because most diets nowadays, due to mass agriculture and the changes in society, has actually meant that actually most foods are not as nutritious as they used to be. The topsoil is not good, so vegetables don't contain the same antioxidants as before, and our meat and dairy industry is over-cultivated, and as a result, again, these are starting to be affected by antibiotic use, etc., etc. So if you're going to look at supplementation, this is going to be one of the fastest ways that you can balance your omega fatty oils out, and you can choose one of two ways. You can go, personally, I wouldn't recommend necessarily going for a linseed or a flaxseed oil because this is going to be one of the slowest ways to actually balance it out, and you're going to be eating a lot of omega-3 and not absorbing all of it. So the easiest way is to go for an algae oil, which is where your fish gets its omega-3, or alternatively, if you're not a vegetarian or a vegan, then actually the use of fish oils might be just as helpful. Guys, if you need any additional advice or you want to look at ways that you can start to improve your health on a regular basis, I suggest that you check out our YouTube channel. It's Complete Health Eastbourne. There is tons and tons of videos. A lot of the Facebook videos that we've been recording have been on there. We've got loads of podcasts with other chiropractors, chiropractic patients, osteopaths, and personal trainers. We've already got 16 episodes of our podcast that's up on YouTube, and they're being released on Spotify and iTunes weekly. So if you subscribe to any of the above, we've got ourselves on iTunes or Spotify. We're Coffee with the Chiropractor with your host, Patrick Hogg. And we've also got, like I say, our YouTube channel. Equally, you can just send us a message on Facebook. Super easy. The instant messenger comes straight to our mobile phones and we'll be able to answer you normally within 24 hours. Guys, if you need anything, please give us a shout. We look forward to seeing you soon.